Welcome back to another episode of the Movie Dungeon. I am your host, Dwayne, the flyest nerd you know, and today we're going to review X-Men '97, and we're going to cover all 3 episodes right now. So let's get right into it. Start off by saying the first episode with Bishop. Love his comic booky line. Let's get the X-Men back to the '90s. It brought you right back to the moment, the dialogue, the way he said it and all that stuff was just A1. Perfect. It was perfect. It brought me right back. And showed me why I missed this. I'm so glad we got it back, guys. We got X-Men back. Marvel's doing a decent job with it. Can't wait to see what they do with their live action. But yeah, so far, good. Some gripe though, but this is some gripe from last season still. I don't really care for Forge and Storm's relationship thing. I don't care for it. I'm a Black Panther and Storm advocate. You know, Black love. I need that. Give it to me, because I don't know what. Was never a fan of Forge. I never met somebody who says Forge is their favorite person or in their top 10. So Forge, that shit can go. That shit can go. I know that he helped her get her power like stronger in the last season, reach her potential. Because she does show more potential in this season. In this episode, and you could definitely see that he did help. You know, you need that love interest to help. They don't care for it. Don't care for it. So moving right along though, Wolverine. That man is a menace. Hunched over, the animalistic, the long hair, the do-rag. I got a do-rag on. Come out here, getting it. Yeah, when he stabbed that little robot, his claw broke into the head and it regrew back in those pieces. A later scene, stabs it and the whole thing breaks off and he yells like, ah, and it just rips it up. Oh my God. You know, with the adamantium being gone from his body, the poisoning has stopped. So, you know, he's able to become more of what he needs to become. He become that full potential Wolverine. His body's not distracted trying to heal itself over and over and over for many years, throughout the 100 years, 200 years he's been around. Or I take that back, ever since he got the adamantium. Ever since that, the poison has been stopping him from reaching his full potential. But ever since Magneto ripped that out, I can't, man. Give me more of them, because I know, spoilers, I know that he's supposed to get his adamantium back, because that's just what we all know Wolverine to have. They're not going to have him that for forever in this show. But I hope we get longer time with these bone claws. That's all I'm saying. It's great. It's great. It's great. It's great. It's great. Their suits. I don't know what run they're getting the suits from, what comic book run, but I do love it. I do love it. And I especially love the little, like, Mad Maxy little get up, little, you know, a real apocalyptic type setup. I love it. I love it. But I hope they do more suit changes down the line with it. Because I do like my shows to have multiple suit changes. You know, I know our live actions barely do it, and we wait to the very fracking end for that shit to happen. But that needs to happen in cartoon form ASAP. I did like that Storm was able to harness the power of the solar flare. Oh gosh, her powers, bro. Nobody's gonna be able to stop her anytime soon. Like, come on, man, come on, Storm. Yeah, I really don't have any gripe. I mean, this episode to me was maybe like a 5, 6 maybe out of 10. I have no predictions for this, so no prediction time. For this episode, for sure. But yeah, it was okay. It was okay. Good way to bring us back into the world, get us engulfed into it again, and be like, hey, welcome back. Moving right along to episode 2. The X-Force intro. Come on now. That was dope. And I hope they do it for more special X-Men team episodes. They're not the X-Men, our traditional X-Men. So everything that has a little X in front of it, I hope they give them their own little special little thing. Why not? You know what I mean? They weren't able to do that back then because, you know, budget restraints and stuff back in the old days. So it was always the same. They might change it up for characters that do lead the show, whoever died. But yeah, oh gosh, that was dope. It threw me off for a second. I had to rewind it. I said, wait a minute, this ain't my team. But then that was cool. You know, again, I hope they keep doing that. See, episode 2 is probably like my least favorite out of 3, so let's just get right into it. Don't care for Jubilee. Don't like Jubilee. Her powers are just so whatever to me. And they put her in these situations that move the story along, move the plot, move the narrative along, and she's a whatever character. You know, she's a cool personality. It's just when she's thrust into moments, she's just trying to escape all the time and throwing distractions, and she's trying to get out of stuff. She's just always just trying to get out of something because her powers are boo-boo. They're boo-boo. They're distraction power. They're cool for a team. I can see why they made it back in that time. This doesn't work anymore. You know what? Prediction time. I'm gonna say that for prediction time. But I really just stop. She gives me off. Why are you here? Why are you here? You know, like I know her little thing was Sunspot. Like, get her out, man. You know, I think she's gonna be more of a. They're gonna try to turn her more into a badass because they didn't give her too much love back then. Even though they did, it's just they weren't focused on her like they would say like Jean, Wolverine, or Scott. So I think they're gonna try to do that more for this generation because she's kind of like the only one that can use to relate to us or to the young generation nowadays. So I feel like they're gonna use the hell out of Jubilee, and it's already kind of getting annoying. But prediction time. I think Sunspot is going to be a horseman, and while we're there, either him or my annoying girl Jubilee will become a horseman. I do think they're setting up for one of those to possibly be one, and I think that would be tight. If it's Jubilee, I would want to see her powers on a whole nother level, and I think that would be the only way. Cause training and all that's cool, but if she becomes a horseman, maybe it's a possibility. Sunspot 2. I think them having those two X-Men, young X-Men, now become a horseman, and when the X-Men original team comes back and they gotta deal with them, oh hell. Because we all know Gambit is gonna come back, and he's definitely gonna be a horseman. So those three, oh my lord. But moving right along, I think my final review of this episode was better than the first one. Definitely would say this would have to be like an 8 out of 10 for sure, hands down. But anyway, moving right along to episode 3. Have nothing but good shit to say. The timeline that they're in, the 3000 BCE or something like that, with Apocalypse, amazing. His design on that, perfect. I never liked Apocalypse growing up. They did a lot of iterations with him, and I can care less about, to be honest. But you know, with the live action, you know, the reruns from the old ones is how I grew up, but I also grew up off of X-Men Evolution, and that had Apocalypse at the end too, so it was kind of like, ugh, you know, here we go again, then the live action, then boop, now we're here. You know what I mean? So it's like, we've seen a lot of Apocalypse, but this young version, beating shit up, tossing, thrashing shit. Yo. Love it. I want to see more of that one. I don't want to see the guy in the suit. No, I want to see more of that dude. Yeah, give me that one. His early version is the reason why I might like Apocalypse now. He's written really well in this, you know, given that whole little arc. I do love that it is Magneto being the one that kind of try to be that Charles person, try to be that good X-Men that Charles wanted, but then it's Charles the one that sends Apocalypse down that road. So it's kind of like those reverse roles. It was, oh man, you know, Charles was too worried about getting out, while instead of trying to help somebody like Charles would usually do, Magneto wanted to help somebody, and it was just good. I think those roles perfectly reversed is great. You know, Magneto is now that X-Men that Charles wanted, but then, you know, Charles is now like kind of not like the used to be the X-Men he used to be. Sorry, messed up, but he's not like the X-Men he used to be after coming back. So I love that. He made easy work of the elephant. Probably my favorite part of the episode when he was fucking that elephant up. Love it. Prediction though. This episode was fast. You know, there was nothing but good stuff. I was soaking in it. It was just like a Kenny story. I was just like, wow, this is so great. The voice that Charles hears is my prediction. Probably wrong. It's probably all off. But I definitely feel like that voice that Charles hear might be Kang the Conqueror's voice. The Kang the Conqueror, like the final version of Kang, the badass Kang. You know, the one that shut shit down Kang. I think because he's never heard that voice before, you know, if I can't remember, because, you know, the old one's old. But if they did, I hope this one is the badass King Conqueror, because we didn't get him in a live action like we were supposed to. You know, we didn't. We know why, but we ain't gonna get into that on this channel. But he needs his time in the shine in the spotlight, in my opinion. And doing King the Conqueror being the furthest voice into distance, because they're already doing this time manipulation and going back and forth and stuff. So I feel like after they're done with Apocalypse, I think a perfect person to, you know, to put that apostrophe on this little cherry on top would be King the Conqueror. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, that is my review of X-Men 97 episodes 1, 2, and 3. Let me know how you guys think about it. So far, not so bad. I'm enjoying it. But thank you for joining me on this episode of the Movie Dungeon. Again, I'm your host, Dwayne the Flyest Nerd. You know, peace.